This video is very late. It was supposed to come out 5 months ago, but I just got very unmotivated. But if you're here because of TikTok, then I want to thank you so much because you're probably the reason why this video is even a thing now. So yeah, thank you, and let's just get back to the video then. Hey guys, I kind of got lazy and I didn't want to just do the subtitles and everything. I've been working on this video for a long time and I'm near the end of it and I wanted to rush through it. So I thought, what else to do than a voiceover? I kind of feel like The Wind Rises is slightly underrated. I think a lot of people know about it, but it's not necessarily the go-to Ghibli movie for a lot of people. I find a lot of comfort in it. I don't know, I find it's one of my comfort movies, so I find myself watching it a lot more than say like Spirited Away or House. And I have an unpopular opinion, but I'm not a huge fan of Howl's Moving Castle. Don't kill me, but yeah, I don't know. I maybe haven't watched it enough. I've only watched it a couple times, but I remember I was not very amazed with it when I first started watching it. If I'm being completely honest, I am recording this voiceover months and months after when I first filmed and started editing this video. Right now it is November 6th, but I'm pretty sure I started this back in June. I kind of just lost a lot of motivation and there was a lot of stuff going on in my life that I kind of had to put this on the back burner. With art, I have a very strange relationship, I would say. I love it and it gives me a lot of release. I find I can really express myself with art, but I find myself kind of putting it to the side a lot, even though it's really beneficial for both my mental health and just my creativity. I always don't give it as much credit as I feel like I should. I find I let work and friends and life and other stuff get in the way of me pursuing it. School too. I'm not even doing art for school. But if I'm being honest, the main reason why I came back and started doing this voiceover and finishing editing this video was because I posted a TikTok on my personal account just of some footage from this video, and it got a lot of traction, at least for me. It got like 70,000 views. I woke up and I just saw it and I was like, what the heck is this? And everyone was really telling me like they won't post it and they want to see it, and I just felt a lot of love, and that little fire I had in me kind of rekindled a little bit. And so here I am trying to finish this. We'll see whether or not I still do post it or not. I look back on this after like 5 months and I'm not sure how I feel about the footage in this. It's kind of rushed, but I don't know. I feel kind of motivated now. Whether it means I continue doing YouTube or I continue doing TikTok is still up in the air, but I'm glad for all the support. And if you're watching this and you came from TikTok, then thank you so much, because you're the reason why this video is even out now. I should probably start talking about the video, right? So right here, I'm kind of just blocking in all the colors. In the beginning, you saw I sketched it out on paper first, and then I went onto my iPad and did another just basic sketch on there. And once I got to doing like the face and the details, I just imported the picture of the sketch I did on paper and just traced it over it on the iPad, because there's no harm in doing that, because I already drew it first on paper. And now, like I said before, I'm doing the coloring. And if I'm being honest, I find I work best in black and white, and sketching specifically, I find it's so much easier to get the values and everything else right in black and white. But I wanted to take a leap and try and do something more than what I was usually doing, and wanted to do a full illustration, which was very hard at the time. I think this piece took me around like maybe 8 hours, 6 hours, which is a long time considering that I usually when I draw I don't move. And I know there's some people that draw for days and days at a time, but for me, I am not like that. I like to finish things in one sitting. I don't usually want to come back again later, which maybe is a detriment to me. I should be okay with just letting things sit and coming back. And maybe that's why I hate all my art when I post it, because then I wake up the next day and I'm like, what the F is this? What was I thinking? But I think that's just the general experience of just being an artist and a creative. You're never going to be satisfied with what you're creating. I feel like I've kind of gone into this point a bit more in my first video I did, but I'm not here to reiterate and, be like a broken disc and replay the same thing again. But like I said, you're never going to be satisfied with what you do, but people who watch you are going to be. If that makes sense. Okay, time to stop being deep and sappy and let's just talk about the art. So a lot has happened since the last time I started talking about it, but yeah, I got all the colors down. I did part of the background, and honestly the background was the hardest part for me. I'm already not super great at doing backgrounds. I didn't really practice, and of course I had to choose a scene that had not like a super detailed background, but it was kind of detailed. But it was a good opportunity to, do something bigger and greater than what I usually do. If I could, I would always just stay in my comfort zone of just drawing pretty boys and girls and people and not have to worry about backgrounds. But even then, I usually leave the backgrounds unfinished. I just do enough to make it look like the scene or kind of give like a sense of what it's supposed to be. But I'm not going to be sitting here for like 4 hours and spend more time on the background than the part I like doing the most, which is the face. Over the years, I've kind of developed somewhat of a technique, I guess you can say, for faces and skin tone, especially painting them, is that you kind of go in with a hard edge and then you kind of blend it out with the soft edge, and you want to have like a nice balance of like the soft edges and hard edges. But most of the time I'm just winging it, honestly. I don't have any specific secret techniques that I do other than like what I just said, the hard and the soft edges, and I just hope that it turns out good in the end. I did think this turned out fairly good in the end. I think it turned out better than my first ghibli redraw I did with it was the ocean waves speed paint. And there's actually a video on it, but I wouldn't recommend watching it. It's kind of just, I didn't really do much effort or put much effort into that video. But this one is definitely a lot more realized. You can definitely tell what scene it's from, and hopefully you guys can too. I'm pretty much done with the painting at this point. I'm just putting on the last little details, the highlights, and filling in the little gaps here and there. And I think that's just all I have to say for now. I want to thank you all for supporting me, and thank you if you came from TikTok. Thank you for motivating me. And I'll see you next time.